Hi, Sydney.
Hi, Anthony.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
So I have a bunch of questions for you.
All right, let's get going.
Why'd you choose VCU?
So I chose VCU, one, because it was kind of close to home, but really it had a really awesome grad program that I wanted to do. So it was a dual degree of social work and then a dual degree from a seminary as well. So,
What's your favorite food?
favorite food would be any Indian restaurant, anything from any type of Indian restaurant.
What's the hardest lesson you've had to learn?
Definitely, I would say actually starting my own business, especially since I didn't go to school for that, so I really just had to figure it all out.
What prompted you to start your own business?
It was very much a snowball effect. Moving to Richmond and VCU kind of sparked that sense of creativity, and I started a fashion blog because I loved the way people were dressing. It was so different from how I grew up, and then that kind of led into personal styling, which I was doing on the side, so it really just morphed one step at a time.
What's the best advice you've ever gotten?
Never give up and just keep taking that next step to see where it goes.
Who are your heroes?
Heroes, wow. I think definitely it would be Susie Batiste, who's the founder of Poopery, and Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx. So that hits my fashion side and my business side.
What was your very first job?
Very first job, I worked at the museum gift shop at the Yorktown Battlefield and just sold like trinkets and tchotchkes.
What drew you to get your master's in social work?
Yeah, so kind of completely unrelated to what I'm doing today, but all through like high school and early college, I worked in downtown Newport News and inner city areas, and I worked with a lot of inner city youth, and that really kind of sparked a passion in me for like the social work, social justice side of things. So I went to undergrad, and I still really wanted to do that, so I figured social work was the next best way to really kind of get into the things I was passionate about. So I did a macro social work so I could kind of look at systems and understanding how that impacts individuals.
What's something about you that may surprise others?
I really love rock climbing and camping and hiking and everything outside that is so not fashion.
What's the best place you've traveled to?
I really want to say Denver, Colorado, even though that's not very exotic at all, but it's kind of my spirit state, so I love it.
What's a hidden talent that you have?
Hidden talent, wow. I would probably say writing. It's not really like that, I guess, hidden, but I used to do a lot of grant writing, so I can write really well, which I think is a skill.
What's the best thing about your job?
Very best thing is definitely getting the emails from clients and other people I work with that just say, thank you so much for what you've done with me, for the work you've done, how you've helped change my life. I think a lot of times, especially early on when I was making this transition from being in social work, which is a very like deep, serious subject, to then kind of transitioning into fashion, I kind of battled a lot with this idea of like, am I now doing something that's really frivolous and not as important as what I was doing over here? And I think getting those emails and seeing those client transformations just reminds me that I am still doing very important individual work in transforming the lives of the people I get to work with.
Take us through your typical workday.
Yeah, so it varies a lot, but I definitely have a lot of routines that I love. So I usually will wake up and I'll work out, do some sort of workout, yoga or running in the morning. Then I'll do like a big self-care routine. So like journaling, meditating, I'll do some reading, all of those kind of like things that I really feel are important to set my day up. And then the day kind of varies depending on the day. So I kind of divide things up by like on certain days I'll do my admin tasks, on other days I'll work with clients. So some days I may be like creating things that people need to succeed. Other days I may be doing calls or I may be shopping online for people. So it's very different on any given day, just kind of based on what I have going on. But it's definitely a lot of just interesting work that I enjoy doing.
What's your favorite memory of VCU?
Favorite memory. So I was at VCU in grad school, and I have to say I think I really loved like living in my apartment on campus. It was my first kind of experience like in a city, like an urban city, and like it was the weirdest apartment ever. Like I got it sight unseen, and then I lived over like the couscous restaurant, so like I'm dating myself here, but it was like really cool to just kind of be there, be like living by myself and being enmeshed in the VCU culture.
So what's your favorite place to shop?
So I love a good thrift or consignment store, and I really love Clementine and Ashby over on Cary Street.
If you had a time machine, when would you go back to?
Okay, this is a tough question. I think I would either go back to somewhere like the 1920s or like 30s, 40s when people like took the time and got really dressed up and like wore hats and gloves just to like see what that was like, because we're all so super casual now, which I love, but I also love a good bit of dramatic in the clothes.
What's something that you learned at VCU that you still use today?
Yeah. So I don't technically use my social work degree, but I definitely use a lot of the things that I learned while at VCU in the social work program with the work I do now. Even though I studied macro and systems in social work, now I work a lot with individuals. So a lot of it is kind of going back to those psychology things and emotions and really tuning into what makes a person tick that I definitely learned while I was in school here.
What would you be doing if you had started your own business?
Ooh, so probably if I hadn't started my own business, I would be doing grant writing for nonprofits.
What's a job you'd hate to have?
Hate to have. Okay, I definitely would not want to be like an EMT or emergency response person, someone who has to do really good work under pressure, because I don't think I'm that good under pressure. I kind of need time. I like to see things in advance, prep for them, so I don't think I would want that responsibility.
What's your advice to students?
I would say just do whatever it is you want to do, whether it's getting a degree or like going off on a passion or a hobby. Really just take whatever tiny step you want to take and then see where it goes. Because honestly, you could have a mapped out career path, and like me and like so many other people, you're not going to be on that same career path you were 5-10 years ago. So just take a step and see where it leads you.
Well, cool. Thanks for taking the time to answer all our questions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I love touring the campus. It's so different now. Thank you.